The notification lit up my phone screen at 3 a.m. Your password has been changed successfully. My stomach dropped. Panic surged through me as I rushed to log into the Instagram account. I had grown to over 2 million followers. Access denied. Facebook Business Manager locked. Even my Shopify store gone. A message appeared seconds later, looking for something. Emma's text was followed by a screenshot of her logged into all our brand accounts. Bess, you should have read the contract more carefully, sis. I sat frozen in the darkness of my bedroom, gripping my phone in shock. 4 years of work, transforming Lunar Glow skincare from a simple homemade face mask into a $1 million brand, wiped away in an instant. With a few keystrokes, my sister had taken everything. My name is Olivia Chen, and I was just betrayed by the one person I thought I could trust with my dream. Emma, what are you doing? I typed back, my hands shaking. This isn't funny. Her response was immediate. Not trying to be funny. Check your email. The lawyers made it clear. As the face of the brand and majority stakeholder, I have full control of all company assets. You're out. I pulled up the email, scanning the legal jargon through blurry eyes. She was right. The contract I'd signed 6 months ago, giving Emma 51% of the company in exchange for being our brand ambassador, had a clause buried in the fine print. Full control of all digital assets. How had I missed this? But I knew how, because Emma was my sister. Because when she come to me, fresh off her influencer success with 500,000 followers, promising to take Lunar Glow to the next level, I trusted her. Because when she'd insisted her lawyers draft the contract just to make things official, I'd signed without questioning her motives. I thought back to that day in my kitchen 4 years ago, when I first created a face mask that would become our bestseller. I was working as a dermatology nurse, seeing patients struggle with harsh chemicals and expensive treatments. The idea came from my grandmother's natural remedies combined with my medical knowledge, gentle, effective skincare that actually worked. The first batch I made in my kitchen. The first sales were to coworkers. Then their friends. Then their friends' friends. I built the Instagram account from zero, learning photography, staying up late to engage with followers, answering every DM personally. For 2 years, I poured everything into making Lunar Glow work. And it did work. By the time Emma noticed, we were doing $50,000 a month in sales. I still remember her expression when she came to visit and saw the stack of orders waiting to be shipped. This is actually real, she'd said, picking up one of our signature purple packages. I thought it was just your little hobby. That should have been my first warning sign. Emma had always been like that, dismissive of anything I did until it proved profitable. Growing up, she was the pretty one, the social one, while I was the quiet sister who spent weekends studying. When she became an influencer, posting about fashion and makeup, our parents gushed about her success. Meanwhile, my nursing career barely warranted a mention at family dinners. I got up from my bed, knowing sleep wouldn't come tonight. My home office was filled with Lunar Glow materials, production schedules, formula notes, prototype packaging. On my whiteboard, our launch calendar for the next 6 months was meticulously planned. Emma hadn't just taken our social media, she'd taken my life's work. My phone buzzed again. Another email, this time from Emma's lawyer, a cease and desist letter, warning me not to attempt accessing any company accounts or contacting our manufacturers. They'd thought of everything. I sank into my office chair, feeling the weight of what had just happened crush me. How could I have been so blind? The signs were there, Emma gradually taking over our photo shoots, insisting on being the only one to appear in videos, redirecting customer service emails to her team. She hadn't joined Lunar Glow to help it grow, she joined to take it over. At 4 a.m., exhausted and emotionally drained, I opened my laptop. Instead of trying to fight my way back into our accounts, I started documenting everything. Every email, every contract with suppliers, every formula and production process, especially the ones Emma didn't know about, including the real formula for our bestseller. See, what my sister didn't realize was that the formula she'd stolen, the one documented in our official files, wasn't complete. The final ingredient, the one that made our products uniquely effective, wasn't listed anywhere. It was something I discovered through months of research and testing, and I kept it secret, mixing it in myself during production. As I gathered my documentation, my phone lit up with a text from Maya, our head of production. Olivia, What's going on? Emma just sent an email saying all communication has to go through her now. I stared at the message, an idea slowly forming. Maya had been with me almost from the beginning. She knew every aspect of our production process, including the real formula. Can you meet for coffee? I texted back. There's something I need to tell you. Maya replied immediately. Corner Cafe, 7 a.m. I'll be there. By the time the sun rose, I had a plan. Emma might have taken control of Lunar Glow, but she'd soon discover that owning a brand means nothing if you don't know how to actually make the products that built it. I showered and dressed carefully, choosing the outfit I'd worn to our first major retailer meeting. As I applied my makeup, I caught my reflection in the mirror. The quiet, trusting sister who let Emma walk all over her was gone. In her place was someone stronger, someone ready to fight back. The corner cafe was quiet when I arrived. Maya was already there, 2 coffees on the table. Her face was etched with concern. Olivia, what happened? Everything's chaos. Emma's team is sending emails left and right, demanding access to production records, supplier contracts, everything. I took a deep breath and told her everything. The contract, the takeover, the locked accounts. Maya's expression shifted from concern to anger. She can't do this. The brand exists because of you. Those formulas, the whole concept, it's all you. I leaned forward, lowering my voice. That's exactly my point, Maya. Emma may have control of the brand, but she doesn't have what really matters. The knowledge to keep it running. Understanding dawned in Maya's eyes. The real formula? I nodded. She has no idea. And without it, Lunar Glow products won't be Lunar Glow products anymore. Maya sat back, a slow smile spreading across her face. So what's the plan? For the next hour, we talked strategy. Emma might have the legal right to the brand, but I had something more valuable. The expertise and relationships that made it work. Maya agreed to stay on, playing along with Emma's demands while keeping me informed of every move. As we finished our coffee, my phone buzzed with another text from Emma. Meeting at the office at 10. Don't bother coming. Your key card has been deactivated. I showed Maya the message, keeping my expression neutral. Let me know how it goes. She squeezed my hand as she stood to leave. Don't worry, Olivia. She has no idea what she's up against. Back home, I opened my laptop and created a new folder, Phoenix Rising. Emma thought she'd stolen my dream, but she'd actually given me something invaluable, motivation to build something even better. I pulled up a blank document and began to type, Project Timeline, Phase 1, Documentation. The real work was about to begin. This was more than just business now. This was about proving that quiet strength could outlast loud betrayal. Emma had always underestimated me, seeing me as the invisible sister she could push around. She was about to learn just how visible I could become. 6 weeks after Emma's takeover, I sat in my living room watching her latest Instagram Live. She was giving a behind-the-scenes tour of Lunar Glow's operations, speaking confidently about processes she barely understood. And this is where the magic happens, she chirped, gesturing to the production facility. I personally oversee every batch to ensure the quality our customers deserve. I couldn't help but smile. According to Maya's updates, the first batch made under Emma's supervision had failed quality control. 3 more attempts had produced products that looked right but lacked the effectiveness our customers had come to expect. My phone buzzed. A text from Maya. Customer service is getting flooded. Complaints about the new batches not working like they used to. I switched to my laptop, pulling up the monitoring dashboard I created. Social media mentions of Lunar Glow were increasingly negative. Not the same formula. What happened to my favorite mask? Did they change something? Emma's team was frantically deleting comments, but they couldn't delete the plummeting reorder rates. Without the key ingredient, my secret ingredient, Lunar Glow products were just expensive purple packages filled with mediocre skincare. But I wasn't just sitting back and watching. For the past 6 weeks, I've been building something new. My apartment's second bedroom had become a laboratory, filled with ingredients and testing equipment. The knowledge I gained creating Lunar Glow's products hadn't disappeared with my access to the company accounts. My phone lit up again, this time with a call from Dr. Sarah Chen, no relation, the dermatologist who'd helped me refine my original formulas. Olivia, she said as soon as I answered, please tell me you're working on something new. I've had 3 patients ask what happened to Lunar Glow this week alone. Actually, I replied, I wanted to run some test results by you. Are you free for lunch tomorrow? The next day, I sat across from Dr. Chen at her favorite sushi restaurant, spreading out my research notes. I've improved the formula, I explained. Better absorption, more sustainable ingredients, and a new complex that targets inflammation at the cellular level. She studied the test results, her eyes widening. Olivia, this is incredible. The clinical results are even better than your original formula. She looked up at me. Tell me you're planning to launch this. I pulled out another folder, my business plan for Aurora Skies skincare. That's why I wanted to meet. I need someone with your expertise on my advisory board. Dr. Chen didn't even hesitate. I'm in, and I know at least a dozen other dermatologists who'd love to be involved. What you created with Lunar Glow helped so many of our patients. Her support meant everything, but I wasn't done. There's something else. I want to do this differently this time. No influencers, no hype. Just real results, scientifically proven. She smiled. Now that's a brand I can really get behind. Back at my apartment turned lab, I reviewed my timeline. The formulas were ready. Manufacturing partnerships were being finalized. The website was under construction. Everything was on track for a quiet launch in 3 months. Maya's daily updates from Lunar Glow confirmed we had time. Emma was struggling, trying to recreate our success with flashy marketing while product quality suffered. She'd even hired a cosmetic chemist to reverse engineer the original formula, not realizing the key ingredient wasn't something you could identify through standard analysis. I was deep in work when my phone rang. A number I didn't recognize. Is this Olivia Chen? A woman's voice asked. This is Jessica Martinez from Sephora. We've been carrying Lunar Glow, but we're concerned about recent quality issues. One of our buyers mentioned you were the original formulator. My heart raced, but I kept my voice steady. Yes, that's correct. We'd love to set up a meeting. Word is you might be working on something new. I smiled. Actually, I am. Would you be interested in hearing about Aurora Skies? The meeting was set for the following week. As I added it to my calendar, another text from Maya came through. Emergency meeting called. Emma's freaking out about Q2 projections. I almost felt sorry for my sister. Almost. But then I remembered the night she locked me out of my own company, the smugness in her voice when she thought she'd won. A notification popped up on my phone. Emma had just posted another Instagram story. She was in our old office, my office, talking about exciting new developments coming soon. The smile on her face looked strained. How's the formula recreation going? Someone asked in the comments. Emma's reply was quick. Our products are better than ever. Don't believe the haters threading rumors. But the numbers didn't lie. Sales were down 40% from the previous quarter. Major retailers were asking questions. The empire she'd stolen was crumbling, and she couldn't understand why. That evening, I met with my new team, scientists, production experts, and marketing professionals who believed in doing things right. No shortcuts, no fake hype, just genuine innovation and quality. The first production run is scheduled for next month, our operations manager reported. Packaging design is finalized and the clinical trials are almost complete. I looked around the room, feeling a surge of pride. This team wasn't here because of social media followers or influencer status. They were here because they believed in creating something meaningful. My phone buzzed again. Another update from Maya. Emma had just announced an emergency sale, slashing prices to boost revenue. The desperation was showing. As I drove home that night, I thought about how different things were from 6 months ago. Back then, I'd been so focused on keeping Lunar Glow growing that I lost sight of what really mattered. Emma's betrayal had been painful, but it had also been a wake-up call. The next morning, I had another meeting, this time with a journalist from a major beauty publication. We've been following the Lunar Glow situation, she said, taking notes. There are rumors about quality issues, formula changes. Care to comment? I chose my words carefully. I'm no longer involved with Lunar Glow, but I'd be happy to tell you about the science behind my new venture, Aurora Skies. By the time I finished explaining our research and development process, she was fascinated. This is the kind of story our readers love. Real innovation, not just social media hype. When can we break the news about your launch? To the company, yes, I interrupted, but not to the knowledge that made it work. Not to the relationships with suppliers, doctors, and customers. Those you had to earn. There was a long pause. When she spoke again, her voice was different, less confident, almost pleading. We're still family, Olivia. We can work something out. A collaboration, maybe? Aurora Skies and Lunar Glow together. I thought about all the times I'd given in to Emma's demands, how she'd use our family connection to manipulate me. Not anymore. No, Emma. You chose business over family when you locked me out of my own company. Now you can watch what happens when you build something real instead of stealing it. I ended the call, turning back to the window. The sun had fully risen now, casting long shadows across the city. Maya touched my arm gently. You okay? I nodded. Better than okay. For the first time, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. The next few weeks were a whirlwind. Aurora Skies wasn't just successful, it was revolutionary. Our commitment to scientific innovation and transparency resonated with customers tired of influencer-driven hype. Major beauty publications ran features about our research-based approach. Dr. Chen and her network of dermatologists publicly endorsed our products. Even celebrities started posting about us organically, impressed by the real results. Meanwhile, Lunar Glow continued its decline. Emma's promised reformulation failed to impress customers who knew the difference. Major retailers started reducing their orders. The social media following she'd valued so much began to dwindle. 3 months after our launch, I received another unexpected call, this time from Emma's lawyer. Ms. Chen, I'll be direct. Emma wants to sell Lunar Glow. You have right of first refusal according to the original contract. Are you interested? I leaned back in my chair, looking around my office at Aurora Skies. The walls were lined with framed research papers and thank you letters from customers whose skin problems we'd helped solve. This was what success looked like, not stolen, but earned. No, I replied. I'm not interested in buying back what was taken from me. I've built something better. The next day, beauty industry news exploded with headlines. Lunar Glow for sale as Aurora Skies dominates market, and from stolen success to startup sensation. The Olivia Chen story. Emma made one last attempt to reach me, showing up at my office unannounced. You've destroyed everything, she accused, her eyes red. Are you happy now? I met her gaze steadily. No, Emma. You destroyed Lunar Glow when you thought success was something you could steal instead of earn. I just proved that real success comes from creating value, not taking it. She left without another word. I haven't heard from her since. 1 year later, Aurora Skies had exceeded every goal I'd set. Our product line had expanded. Our research department was pioneering new skincare technology, and our community of loyal customers continued to grow. Lunar Glow eventually sold to a private equity firm for a fraction of its former value. The brand still exists, but as a cautionary tale in the beauty industry about the importance of authenticity and innovation. Looking back, I realized Emma's betrayal was actually a gift. It forced me to start over, to build something even better than what I'd lost. Aurora Skies wasn't just a company, it was proof that doing things right, valuing expertise over image, and staying true to your principles could lead to the greatest success of all. Maya still works with me as our chief operating officer. Sometimes during late nights at the office, we remember those dark days after Emma's takeover. You never really seemed worried, she said recently. Even when everything was falling apart, you had this quiet confidence. I smiled, thinking about how far we'd come. Because I knew something Emma never understood. You can steal a brand, but you can't steal the knowledge and passion that built it. Real success isn't about taking shortcuts or betraying trust. It's about creating something meaningful, something that makes a difference. As I write this, sitting in my office at Aurora Skies, I can see our team working on our next innovation. The company has grown beyond anything I imagined that night Emma locked me out of Lunar Glow. We're not just successful. We're making a real difference in people's lives. And that's something no one can steal.